Good day! Today, I will be showing the representations of each functional groups of carbon compounds using different colored marshmallows and toothpicks. So first, we have the alkanes. Alkanes are usually the compounds that has a single bond. As for alkanes, it doesn't have a functional group. Instead, it only has a single carbon-to-carbon bond. Some examples of alkanes are methane, ethane, and propane. Alkanes are very useful as fuels. Second, we have alkenes. Alkenes are the types of compounds that has a double bond. First, we double bond two carbons. Then, we attach two alkyl groups or letter R to each carbon. And that is how the alkene functional group is formed. Examples of alkenes are propene and butene. Third, we have alkynes. Alkynes are compounds that are usually formed by triple bonds. Firstly, triple bond two carbons. Then add one alkyl group or letter R on each side. Now, we are done in the alkyne functional group. Some examples of alkynes are propyne and butyne. Fourthly, aromatics. Aromatics can also be called benzenes. Structure of aromatic compounds are usually like those cyclic structure. Start by doing the aromatic ring. Put the double bonds on the first, third, and fifth side of the structure. And that is how the functional group of aromatics is formed. Common examples of these are naphthalene and anthracene. Fifth, we have alcohols. Alcohols in chemistry needs to carry at least one hydroxyl functional group bond. First, combine hydrogen and oxygen to form a hydroxyl group. Then, attach it to the alkyl group R. And now, we are done with the functional group of alcohols. Examples of alcohol is methanol and propanol. Sixth, we have ketones. A ketone is a compound containing a carbonyl functional group bridging two groups of atoms. First, double bond oxygen to carbon. Then, add one alkyl group or R to each side. This is the functional group of ketones. Two examples of ketones are acetone and 3-hexanone. For seventh, we have aldehydes. Just like ketones, aldehydes have the structure of a carbonyl group attached to an alkyl group. First, double bond oxygen to carbon. Then, bond them with hydrogen to form a carbonyl group. And finally, add the alkyl group R. Now, we are done with the aldehyde functional group. Example of aldehyde is benzaldehyde. For eighth, we have the carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid is an organic acid that has a carboxyl group attached to an alkyl group or the R group. First, double bond oxygen to carbon. Then, combine oxygen and hydrogen to form a hydroxyl group. By combining the presence of carbonyl group with the hydroxyl group, we formed a carboxyl group. Then, attach the carboxyl group to the alkyl group R. And that is how the functional group of carboxylic acid is formed. Examples of carboxylic acid is methanoic acid and ethanoic acid. Ninth, we have the ethers. An ether group is an oxygen atom bonded to two alkyl or aryl groups. We simply bond oxygen to two alkyl groups. And now, we are done with the ether's functional group. Common examples of ethers is dimethyl ether. For number 10, we have ester. They are characterized by a carbon bound to three other atoms, a single bond to a carbon, a double bond to an oxygen, and a single bond to an oxygen. Firstly, double bond oxygen to carbon. Then, attach the oxygen with an alkyl group bonded to it. And attach an alkyl group on the other side. That is how the functional group of esters is formed. Some examples of this are propyl ethanoate and ethyl propanoate. For 11th, we have amine. The amine is a compound where N or nitrogen is present. We just need to bond three alkyl groups to a single nitrogen atom. And that is how the functional group of amine is formed. An example of amine is diethylamine. 12th, we have amides. Amides are a functional group containing an amine group attached to an alkyl group. First, double bond oxygen to carbon. Then, attach the amine group NH2. Lastly, attach the alkyl group R. This is the functional group of amide. Examples of amide are acetamide and hexanamide. 13th, we have thiol. Thiol is an organic compound where a sulfhydryl group is present. First, combine sulfur and hydrogen to form a sulfhydryl group. Then, attach the alkyl group R. That is how the functional group of thiol is formed. One example of thiol is methane thiol. And last but not the least, we have alkyl halide. Alkyl halide consists of an alkyl group attached to a halogen. We simply just bond these two atoms. And now, we are done with the functional group of alkyl halide. One example of alkyl halide is methyl chloride.